There used to be a graying town all alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Love remains a drug.
There will always be two different views. There will always be all two different views for the same thing, baby. Two different views. You got to choose. I said, song blue. Everybody knows one funny thing. You can sing with a song and a song and a smile and a heart and a soul and everything yesterday. So anyway, we're looking at a court case, criminal case, to be sorta in the neighborhood ballpark scheme of things, vicinity. So just think. And thank you for the compliments. Yes, we're a little bit, a tad bit sarcastic. Yes, I'd have to admit to that, because I know I'm doing it, but I mean, it's really not meant that way. It just, no matter how you slice it, or how you're interpreting it, because you're two different views. Like, okay, the opposition and not the opposition, just criminal case. So the prosecution has to develop their story by picking, stuff that fits into their narrative, to get a conviction, to show the members of the jury and all that kind of stuff, or the public opinion, or what have you. And then the defense, same thing. You got to choose, got to pick from evidence that the narrative shows. Maybe, there may be a reason why it could have happened, circumstances. Surely there is a chance, possibility, and the prosecution is picking at that. They're saying, okay, you said this or did that, or were seen here at this time or that, or what have you, what not, so therefore you did it. But then if there's video evidence or stuff like that, I don't know. Do they allow it? Is it allowed? Probably, I guess. I don't know. But I'm just making a point here. It's like, this is sort of like what the media is doing. The media has chosen their narrative, no matter what. They pick from things that make the defendant look guilty. And the defendant, he has to, come up with, block shots, like a good goalie, and say, no, a good defense, they're crafty, they're good at it. They're like, okay, so, wasn't him, wasn't her, wasn't. You may think it was, but it wasn't. Again, there is that saying, you can prosecute a ham sandwich or whatever. I don't know if I'm not law. I guess it's a good thing to be, have knowledge of it, to be doing with this stuff. But I'm only acting. I'm acting like I'm a radio host. But a good radio host, definitely has to know the law. Has to be good at that. It also helps him, being better at taking on the reign, taking on the responsibility of, what would get people to listen. They want to be comforted. They don't want to be hit with lies every single day. They want common sense about it. And I really want to play some more of that song, but I used a lot of it.
We show up. Call 8.
So McNamara ain't on. Ooh, another good one too. But we did get a block during the week with De Blasio. We named it De Blasio. You gotta put titles on there. It's a lot of things. There's a lot of things you got to do to get here to, have your coffee in front of you, listen to your little thing here, and hope you get good comments. And yes, again, I'll admit it again, even though I thought to myself, we're having good shows here. Again, it's because of all this stuff that we're doing. It's nonsense. We're judging. Can you see that? We're judging. It's like I almost didn't want to do a show today. Really, 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 really didn't. I'm not. This is going to be half. It's going to be half of a show. I'm looking at the timer. That's going to be a big opener. I'm going to be careful here. I see trucks with their hazards on, and this thing right here, this V, people just fly down it. But this guy or girl or whatever, yeah. Talked a little bit about artificial intelligence yesterday. I don't know if anyone was thinking about that or even cares. And we also talked to the great Johnny Morgan. And I also had a dream too. Seriously, I had a dream that he was here visiting. He was here visiting here. And Crispo happened to live on the corner on Angie King's house. That's what we call it. Or that's what I call it. Maybe people don't remember Cynthia King and all that. King. Recently, Chucky bought, a good friend of Josh, bought that house. But he was living in the second floor of the house, King's house. And I guess I was on the phone with him talking. And he's talking to me. And he's like ignoring Johnny. Because, he's looking outside the second window, probably in the back. This was a nice view. Like, he's on the phone. He's like, yes, Johnny's here. I go, really? Because we're just talking on the phone. And I go, oh, yeah? He goes, yeah, he's knocking on the door. And we go on. On the dream, I guess we were talking about 5-10 minutes. And then he looks out again and goes, yes, it's really him. I said, well, answer the door. Go down and get him. Go. I don't know if that, if that meant anything in the dream or anything like that. But yes, as far as the Crispo thing is concerned, it's best anyway that we're not friends on here. We're friends, but I don't have to. Doesn't mean, you can't come over just because I'm not added on there. What good is it anyway to be added over there? I can't comment. Can't even comment with Espo, but I like him. I like Espo. I got halfway with my one friend Bob, towards the end of the week, I said, I need some positive reinforcement. I gotta, I can't just be talking to myself. Someone's got to come and help out, so I figured I'd make a little joke, say let's get the band together. Even a video there. I don't know if he does lunch with Danny. I will be a puppet, do whatever they want, have fun. I'm mature and everything. I'm not gonna go crazy. I want to do tasteful things, tasteful videos. Get away from all this nonsense. Get back to simpler times. Really, that's what it's boiling down to. We gotta change. You can't just, say you're changing. It's a new year. All this. If you keep on doing the same old things, then you expect different results.
Open solutions suggest a team of psychiatrists would be the treatment.
Is that Mark Levin?
That's Lions Den Radio. I'm Jeffrey Lyons.
Oh, Jeffrey Lyons. That Dennis Miller is awesome. He's funny, really funny. And he takes his time to think things through. Says some funny stuff, But these days, like I said, it's hard to be common sense. It's hard to, because of this divide. Everybody, no matter what you tell them, they're not even listening. They're not even listening to it. It's like this morning. You turn it on, and what you talking about? The King's remarks. And even Carrie Sheffield, I had really great respect for this girl. She's got her own little production TV place over in New York. I don't know what it is. I forget what it's called. But sometimes she's on the Al Sharpton or whatever. You might see her on MSNBC. I don't know about CNN, but she'll be on there in the panel. I like the way she was going back and forth with Al Sharpton and stuff. And then yesterday, yes, we had the Don Lemon on The View, and I thought for sure, I thought Megan was going to ask some tough questions, but no. She doesn't want to get into any kind of hassle. Or nobody wants to do that these days, you know. That's what I picked up on. At the beginning of this year, I really picked up on, you know, people are tired of it. They really are. I mean, for example, today, on his show, I mean, when Cuomo handed it over, and yes, he was doing the King's remarks and everything. Same thing with Joey Behar handed over to Ali Bashi. You know, he's like, yep, he's a bigot, he's a racist, he's this, he's that. We're talking about Stephen King. Okay. And, you know, Lemon, the same thing. I was like, he's got a 2-hour block. I get ready out there, like, you know, wash my hair, do what I gotta do, feed the cats, this, that. Regular household things, you know. You just don't get up and just walk by everything, you know. There's certain things you gotta do. And you gotta relax a little bit, too, you know. And, you know, you also gotta say to yourself, wow, every single day does this? You gotta say, well, what is the thing every single day that they're talking about? I mean, obviously Trump is the centerpiece, but what are the components? What are the components there? Again, this is where I wish I could play some music here. I don't like just talking for, like, you know, how long I talk, like on the Oprah, on one big breath. Oh my God, something's on 66666. Oh no, I don't know what that was. What's that say? 128 miles. It's just going crazy. I guess, like, when the cold weather, maybe computers that are, like, in the car. And yes, somebody was saying that I comment on a thing. He said he went to the bank and his 20-year-old girl was humming the song or something by Van Halen, and she says it was called The Animal, and the guy's like, no, it's called Panama. And I just said a joke. I said, you know, sometimes that song, The Cars by Gary, well, it's a good thing she didn't, I don't know, it was stupid. When you hear that song, The Car, or it could be The Bars, here in my bar, I'm the safest as all, won't you come and be in the bars, Alright, we're not seeing any deer, it's a cold morning. Nothing out of us here today. We're going to clean up the wall. Yes, it takes a while. It's not an easy thing. I mean, sure, I can just go right down the thing and just get rid of all the YouTubes. You know, sometimes, you know, I just like to listen. I like to see what the hell I was talking about back then. And, you know, I mean, it was better times. I mean, right now where my wall was, you know, it was a lot better times because there was no Trump. Like, you know, I mean, we were working towards Trump, but there was no Trump. There was none of this. And I had to get rid of a lot of stuff and everything because, like a year ago, I knew of, there's going after conservatives. It's easy. I mean, when you look at me, because I'm not just sitting here saying Trump's a racist, Trump's this, Trump, you know, Trump don't like gender, Trump don't like Mexican, Trump don't do this, Trump. You know, to me, I mean, there's other things too, yes. All right, come on with the Mueller, come on with the evidence, come on with all this stuff, with the Comey. Okay, you got Cohen. Cohen's going to talk, yes, that's going to go far. That's going to go really far. So again, he's not going to do the emergency right now, probably thinking about it. You know, everybody's saying, do it. Now all of a sudden, Graham, the superhero Graham's going to come. You know, Graham's going to come. Graham's going to help. Someone's going to get in there. But this one story is a distraction with King. They're always distractions. So Lemon's going, and then Cuomo's going, everybody's going, how come he doesn't say anything? He doesn't comment? It's like bait. What's he going to do? He's going to say, with all this going on, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, all this going on, you mean Trump's just going to come out and comment on it? And what? They're just going to they're going to be all over it like, you know, like bees on honey, you know. They'd be like, whoa, like, you know, what do you say? Because everything he says is construed, you know. It's made to just like it's to fit in the narrative.
Breezy, mostly cloudy Saturday.
Mostly cloudy. My eyes become larger. The light that you shine can't be seen. Baby, I can